Good morning, and thank you everybody for coming. I'd like to start by asking a question. What is Memorial Day? Why do we gather? What is the true meaning behind the barbecues, pool parties, camping trips? To most, this day seems to represent our nation's veterans and the flag that we fought for, which in part is true. Let's look more closely at that. So what is a veteran? One definition reads, a person who wrote a blank check to their country for an amount up to and including their own life. This is how every veteran's story begins, including my own, when I enlisted in the Marines following in the footsteps of my father, who, as you know now, was also, still is a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Whether you like it or not, good days or bad, that's just the way it works. He did fight in the Battle of Khe Sanh. My adventures began in the Arabian Desert, First Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm, as an artillery crewman, cannoneer, cannon cocker. Not a bad job for a 19, 20-year-old. You get to break things for a living and get a paycheck doing it. We took some incoming rocket fire, which motivated our commanding officer, Captain Kowalski, to do what Marines do when we get shot at, counterattack. He put together a very unconventional and risky mission, never before done in Marine Corps history. He led us across open desert to within 1,500 meters of the enemy battalion that had fired at us. There was about 65 of us, a stripped down battery, and about 500 to 600 of them. So we're outnumbered almost 10 to 1. Those bastards didn't stand a chance. We wiped them out, and in doing so, became the first ground unit in that war to engage enemy forces in combat. Despite harassing mortar fire, we all made it. We went on to do more raids and more missions. Unfortunately, though, there were some Marines in our brigade that didn't make it. For all of those who have been in battle, sights, sounds, and smells of those terrible landscapes will forever be in our thoughts, branding us with the physical and emotional scars of war. Seeing men die and taking men's lives changes you. To so many of us who have cheated death, myself included, this means a life forever altered with PTSD, permanently changing how we interact with society, family, friends, coworkers, mostly who are unaware of the battle that still rages in our hearts and minds every day. And sadly, these battles fought in foreign lands, years and decades in the past, are still producing casualties. On any given day, an average of 22 veterans take their own lives. They give up hope. 22. This is an unacceptable toll, and something that our nation and its leaders really needs to address. As mentioned, local organization Eagle's Nest Ranch. Get a chance to support them, they're fantastic. Eagle's Nest is there for the local veteran community and first responders, right here in your neighborhood. There is another side to the transformation that occurs when someone has gone to war. And that's one of strength and duty, one of honor and a sense of pride that can never be taken, ever. Having seen and done things that only a percent of society have ever seen or can even imagine, gives you a greater appreciation for the more simple things in life. Also, the drive and determination and discipline to accomplish so many of life's difficult tasks that are thrown at you. Our experiences and accomplishments in war have given us the tools to be among the strongest and most empathetic members of society. We just seem to know what to do when the going gets tough, because chances are we've been through a lot worse. And the same obligation to duty that called on us to be strong in battle drives us to be strong here at home. Thankful to be alive and hoping to live a life in a way that honors our fallen brothers and sisters. The strength that comes with that. I was down at the Center for the Intrepid last week. That's where wounded vets go, amputations, bad burns. Saw some of the most amazing and incredibly strong people I've ever seen in my life. Unbelievable. Watching these guys work out, I bet they could hold up against most any professional athletes. Watching one retired Marine work out, he was 21 years recon, Todd. He was getting it on. I go to the gym every day, and boy, I'd be winded if I tried to keep up with him. Come to find out that 2 days before, he had his leg taken. 2 days. Unbelievable. So, why do we gather here on this Memorial Day? We gather for that soldier, airman, Marine, and sailor that signed that blank check to their nation and never made it home. We gather for that empty chair at the barbecue. We gather to honor their pain and sacrifice. We gather because they cannot. We gather today as the freest people on earth because they did their duty. And I call on each of you to honor theirs. Thank you all, and God bless.